Time for another vlog, right? Video blog. So, I've been thinking a lot lately about, well, how can I not think about what's going on? I logged on to Facebook this morning and, every day I walk away and I think I'm just not going to go back there. I'm not going to go back there. I'm not going to read anything that anybody else posted. And the first thing I do is start scrolling through and reading everything everybody has posted. And then I get all excited, not excited in a good way, but, upset about a lot of the things I read. And for a long time, I just kept my mouth shut. I didn't say anything. And I just decided I'm not going to do that anymore. It's like I said last time. Anyway, one of the posts that I had put on there, I had several responses from some people that didn't agree with me. And when I went to reply to one of them, she had unfriended me. And the only reason I knew she unfriended me was because when I tried to tag her in the post, it wouldn't tag her name. And it got me to thinking about the Civil War. So I've been doing a lot of research, family history stuff this year, putting together some family tree books. And, I'm curious about who fought in the wars, which wars. And we've got family members that have gone back to the American Revolution, the Civil War, the War of 1812, anyway, so in my history, family history, not only do I have people that owned slaves, but I also had family members that were slaves. And when I hear them talk about making reparations, paying money to people whose family members were slaves, I'm thinking, so does that mean that I get reparations? Or, on the other hand, I have other family members that own slaves, so do I have to pay reparations because I had family members that owned them? Or you know what? How about this? How about I pay myself because I had them on both sides? I know that sounds kind of silly, but anyway, there are so many emotions that people have about everything that's going on. And we really need to remember or to think about perception. One of my sweet, wonderful extra kids posted something this morning, and she's on the other side of the belief spectrum than I am. And it took me all of 2 seconds to go online and find pictures that disputed what she had posted. We can look at something, you and I, the same thing, and see something completely different. Her example was she was posting about a white police officer giving water to a white murderer. Now, we don't know that he was a murderer because he hasn't gone through his trial yet, but he had been arrested for it. So it's an alleged murder. And then I thought, you can look at that picture and you can, and the article was talking about white privilege. Okay, so you can look at it that way, or you can look at it like the guy handing the water over was a good person. It was just a good person. Whereas the officers that have hurt people are not good people. There's rotten apples in every walk of life. If there weren't, we would be perfect. There wouldn't be any need for Jesus, if you're a Christian and believe that, Another kid, and I say kid, they're kids compared to me, but they're in their 20s. And I had a conversation, and it was with mutual respect, looking at both sides of each other's perspectives and just calmly having a discussion. Anyway, thinking back to the Civil War, can you imagine what it would have been like back then if they'd had Facebook? How do you suppose, I mean, there are stories of brothers fighting brothers, fathers fighting sons, the Civil War ripping families apart. So, what do you think got them all riled up? How do you think it was the newspapers writing stories about it that got the anger going, or how do you think that happened? I'm curious about that. The other thing that I've noticed is some of the people that I'm friends with on Facebook are posting things about this being close to end times. If you're a Christian and you've read Revelations, they say that we're near end times. I wonder if people back in the Civil War era thought the same thing. We don't have any answers. There's no definite answer in the Bible as far as I know. I mean, there's no date in the book as to when exactly the rapture is supposed to take place. But I just was some thoughts to ponder. It's pretty sad these days how angry we are. That gal that unfriended me, I'm sorry that she did that, because as a person, I really admire her. I think she has a lot to offer humanity. She's kind, she's caring, she's hardworking, she's artistic, she's talented, she's a neat lady. We just don't agree on politics. But we work for the same company, and she unfriended me, and I'm sorry that she felt the need to do that. I really am. I don't think that we are all as far apart on most of these issues as we'd like to. Actually, not as we'd like to think we are, but as, the puppet masters would like to make us believe. They just love to keep us fighting each other. They don't want us to pay attention to what they're doing. They want you and I to fight amongst each other so we're not paying attention to what's really happening. And they've seen how they can incite all of this anger towards each other, and they're like, yeah, it's working, let's keep it going. Let's throw something out there. Let's throw another something out there. Anyway, I don't know, I just was thinking about it. Something to ponder. So I hope you guys are all doing really great. And let's try and spread a little love if we can. I will take this first step. All right, have a good day.